Hi and welcome to the Belfry. As you can see, we're in the bunker today on the par 5 third hole on the Brabazon golf course. My name is Chris Ryan, and in this video we're going to talk about some ideas that might be a little bit different to what you've been told before, but are really going to help you if you're faced with a situation like this one. Quite a steep lip, you need to get that ball up pretty quick and stop pretty quick the other side. Just before we get started, in the corner of the screen you should have the details for my social media accounts, so if you don't already then please go ahead and follow me on those. So I'm in a situation where I've got a lip which is certainly 2.5–3 feet, and I don't have a lot of green to work with. I've perhaps only got about 8 or 10 feet there, so I really need a shot which goes pretty high and lands pretty soft. And we're going to go through, as I say, some things that might be a little bit different to what you've been told before, but I certainly think when we go through them you're going to understand why these are really going to help you when you need to hit this shot. So historically, in bunkers, golfers have been told to aim to the left and open the club face because the golf ball will come out to the right. So I see lots of golfers who open their stance significantly, open the club face significantly, and then as they swing across, the ball is going to come out to the right of where their body is aiming. We're going to try and get you to play this shot exactly the opposite to that. We're going to get you to close your stance, and then from a closed stance we're going to try and get you to attempt to hit the ball to the left of the flag. So let's take my starting position first. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to open the club face. So I'm going to get this, a good 45–50 degrees open, and I'm then going to take my normal hold on the golf club in that order. So I open the face first, then apply my hold. Now if I just take my normal setup, you can see how from the down the line camera I'm pretty parallel to a ball to target line there. So I'm what we would call maybe pretty square in my setup. Now I want you to keep your upper body pretty square, but I want you to close your lower body. So you can see how I've moved my lead foot forward, my trail foot back, and so my lower body is now significantly closed relative to the flag out in front of me. So there's our first thing, there's our closed stance. Now, when I have got the club face open, that would make sense that the ball's going to come out to the right of the target. I want you to try and hit the golf ball to the left of the flag that's out there. So how are we going to do that? Well, I want you to feel as if when you hit that golf ball, your hands are so far back behind the club head that that has the effects of squaring the face, or if not closing the face. So you can see if I faced you here, the camera, with my club face, a good 45 degrees open, if I had my handle back, you can see what that's done to the club face. It's got it to a much more neutral position. If I kept going, the club face would now appear to be more closed. So the idea here is we have this shut stance, and I want you to feel that you are releasing the club so early that the golf club would actually point more to the left of the flag. Now, I would suggest that you are not going to hit the ball out to the left of the flag. This is just the feeling of this, is just the idea of what I want you to do. I've done this with many golfers, and very, very rarely does that golf ball come out to the left of where you're aiming. What it will do, however, is going to go really high and it's going to land really softly. Let me have a go, and then we'll explain why those things happen when we do this. So I've got my very, very shut stance with my lower body, and I'm going to make this golf swing, and I'm going to try and really get the club head to pass my hands down by impact, and let's see if we can get this ball nicely high, stopping on that green. Okay, pretty good. It landed about a foot short. It's rolled on a little bit, but not too bad. That's a very, very quick green there. But I'd be very happy with that from this situation, because that was a tough shot. So why does this happen? Well, the problem we have is when you aim left and the face is open, we end up having to drag the handle in front of the club head. And what that effectively does, it actually reduces the amount of loft that's on the golf club. The more the handle is forwards, the less loft we generally have on the golf club. When I have my feet this closed, it makes it very difficult for me to pivot or rotate my hips through. When it's very difficult for me to rotate my hips through, I find it much easier to accelerate the club past my hands this way. So the main issue I see with the traditional kind of aim left open face is that we often see golfers having the handle way too far forwards. They often drag the hands in front of the ball, they can often shank it, they can often blade it, and what they don't tend to do is they don't tend to get the club overtaking the hands at a high enough rate. If we want that ball to go really high, we need lots of loft and we need the club head to overtake the hands at a high rate. If you try this little setup, I think you're going to find that you hit some much higher bunker shots, and if we can hit them higher, they're generally going to land a lot softer and you're going to have a lot more control over that golf ball when it lands. So I would certainly suggest that you take this to the practice area first. If you've got a practice bunker at your facility, that's ideal. Close the stance, accelerate the club head past the hands, feel like you try and hit it left. It won't come out left, but what it will do is go super high, land really soft, and hopefully you can convert that putt and it's going to be an up and down. Thank you for watching. Hopefully that video is helpful. If it is, please click the like button. Any comments you've got, you can post those down below. I'll do my best to respond to as many as I can. And last thing, if you haven't done already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. There's loads more videos already on there, and there's loads more being uploaded weekly. There's a link in the description box down below. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back here again soon.